Today, we're going to dive into one of the most efficient and honestly fascinating production systems on the entire planet, the male reproductive system. It's a true biological masterpiece, right? It's responsible for regulating hormones, producing millions of cells every single day, and of course, creating new life. So let's take a closer look at how it all works.
And just to get a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, think about this number, 200 million. That's roughly the number of sperm cells that can be released in just a single event. It's an absolutely incredible level of productivity, and that's what makes this whole system so remarkable. So how in the world does the body pull off a feat like that?
Well, let's start with the biological blueprint. You can think of the system as having both external and internal parts, and they all have to work together in perfect harmony. To really understand how it all connects, it's easiest to divide the anatomy into two main groups. First, you've got the external organs. Those are the structures you can see. And then you have the internal organs, which form this complex network inside the body. We'll start with what's on the outside.
Okay, so the main external structures are the penis, the scrotum, and the testicles. The penis, of course, has a dual role in both reproduction and urination. And then you have the scrotum, which holds the testicles, and the testicles, you can think of those as the primary factories for this whole operation. But the scrotum's job is particularly interesting. It's way more than just a protective pouch. It's basically a sophisticated climate control system. Its main, #1 job is to maintain the perfect temperature for making sperm.
And how perfect does it need to be? We're talking about 2 degrees Celsius cooler than the rest of the body. That's it. To do this, the scrotum uses muscles to pull the testicles closer to the body for warmth, or it lets them hang a little lower to cool down. It's this incredibly precise temperature regulation that allows those factories to run at peak efficiency. Now, let's head inside to look at that internal network. It's a really complex series of tubes and glands that are all responsible for maturing, storing, and transporting the sperm. This whole internal plumbing system includes maturation chambers, long transport ducts, glands that add essential fluids, and finally, the exit pathway.
So we've seen the hardware, right? Both inside and out. But that brings up the really big question. How does the system actually create these millions and millions of microscopic cells every single day? To answer that, we have to zoom in. I mean way, way in. We're going inside the microfactory to look at the incredible science of what's called spermatogenesis, the process of creating sperm. So yeah, the scientific term is spermatogenesis. It's this highly complex process that happens inside these tiny coiled tubes within the testicles. And get this, it's not a quick sprint. It's a 74-day marathon. Now, why so long? Well, it's all about quality control, making sure every single cell is perfectly built for its mission. This whole transformation happens in stages. It all starts with a single stem cell. This cell divides and then goes through meiosis, which is a really special type of cell division that actually cuts the number of chromosomes in half. And that's crucial for fertilization. The amazing outcome here is that one initial cell turns into 4 finished, mature sperm cells, each with a tail ready for swimming. And throughout this long development, the cells aren't on their own. Nope, they have a dedicated support system. They're these specialized cells called Sertoli cells, and they basically act as nursemaids, providing all the nutrients and protection the developing sperm need to grow up strong. And thanks to this incredibly efficient process, the output is just staggering. Each testicle is churning out about 100 million sperm every single day. That factory is always running, making sure there's a constant supply. So, we've got the anatomy and we've got the production process. But what's running the show? You know, who's telling the factory when to start, how fast to run, and what to produce? The answer, of course, is hormones. You can think of them as the chemical conductors of this whole biological orchestra, sending signals from the brain all the way down to the testes to manage every single aspect of the system. Now, this hormonal control system has a few key players. From the brain, the pituitary gland releases something called follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH, which, just like its name suggests, helps stimulate sperm production. It also releases luteinizing hormone, or LH, which is the trigger for testosterone production. These hormones then travel down to the testes and signal them to get to work. And really, testosterone is the star player here. It's not only essential for driving the production of sperm, but it's also the hormone responsible for developing and maintaining male characteristics. Everything from muscle mass and bone density to the depth of your voice and sex drive. Okay, now that we have all the pieces, the anatomy, the production process, and the hormonal controls, let's put it all together and follow a single sperm cell on its incredible journey.
all the way from creation to ejaculation. So the journey begins inside those tiny tubules, where creation takes that full 74 days. From there, the still immature sperm move to a place called the epididymis. They'll spend another 2 weeks there maturing and basically learning how to swim. And then, finally, during ejaculation, they are propelled through a long duct called the vas deferens. It's a truly epic odyssey on a microscopic scale. Now, along this final path, the sperm get mixed with fluids from the seminal vesicles and the prostate gland. This creates the mixture that we know as semen. And these fluids are absolutely crucial. They provide the energy and the protection that the sperm need to survive their journey. So let's zoom all the way back out and look at the big picture. When you trace this entire path from a simple hormonal signal to a fully functioning cell, you realize this system is an absolute masterpiece of biological engineering that kicks in during puberty and can function for decades. From the brain's chemical messages, to the intricate dance of cell division in the testes, to that final journey out of the body, every single part works with this incredible, synchronized precision. It's a perfectly coordinated machine designed to fulfill one of biology's most fundamental goals, reproduction. It's a system of just incredible complexity and efficiency, and it's all happening inside our bodies without us even having to think about it. And it leaves us with a final question. What does this level of microscopic precision teach us about the sheer power of our own biology?